All right, well, not the video I was thinking I would have to make or be making today at, we'll call it noon on a Monday. Let's get the cat out of the bag right off the start. Started my Monday morning like normal and had a new invite this morning for a touch base meeting, and in that meeting I was let known that my services were no longer needed for the company that I work for. I was relieved of my role and my position due to efficiencies, streamlining, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to talk about that because that part of my life is over and gone now. It was a good run, but goodbye. On to the next one. Obviously my services were no longer needed, so now this is where we are at. And that brings us to this video. Huge updates on YouTube today. As of today, October 27th, I am now going to go ahead and be full-time dedicated to you. That's right. I'm going to do what every middle-aged man plans of doing when they are a single-income family and they are laid off from their job. I'm going to hang out and do fun stuff and record it and put it on YouTube for you. So you are now my future YouTube, at least for now. Gonna take some time to figure some things out. This job was extremely stressful, and it was a major point of conflict in my wife and mine's marriage due to the amount of stress that it caused me. So although we did lose our primary source of income, I don't think this is a bad thing. There's a couple of sayings I want to point out. The Chinese farmer. This is one I love, and if you've known me a while, you've heard the Chinese farmer. But for those of you that haven't, let me tell you about the Chinese farmer. So there's this Chinese farmer, and he makes his entire living off of his crops that he grows. And his son helps him. And so his son is helping him one day, and the horse, their only horse, breaks free and runs away. And now they can't take care of their crops. And the village all comes together and says, "Oh, this is terrible. This is such a terrible thing to happen to you and your family." And the farmer says, "Maybe." Well, the next day the horse returns, and it's brought dozens of wild mustangs with it. And the villagers show up and they go, "Wow, how fortunate for your family. This is tremendous. Your family will be rich beyond their wildest dreams. This is so fortunate for you." And the farmer says, "Maybe." So the next day, his son's out there and he's trying to break one of these wild horses. And the horse kicks him off and he falls and shatters his leg. And the villagers all come over and they go, "This is so terrible. Now your son's injured. Who's going to help you on the farm? This is so bad." And the farmer goes, "Maybe." And then the next day the military shows up and they take every able-bodied male from the village, but his son is left behind because he's injured and he can't fight. And the villagers all come around and they say, "How fortuitous for you. How fortunate you are. Your son wasn't taken by the military." And the farmer says, "Maybe." The point being is things happen in life that we're not really in control of. And it may seem like a door was slammed shut on you or something was taken from you, but it's only in that moment. The maybe hasn't weighed in. You haven't let the impact of what has happened settle in and run its course. So maybe being let go today was the worst thing that has happened to our family this year. Maybe it's the best thing. I don't know. I'm going to have to ride this one out a little bit and find out. So maybe. The other saying I want to share with you, we have a company on the side that we don't talk about much on the channel, and it's called BTS, Burn the Ships. And Burn the Ships, I most remember it from Tony Robbins, but it's somebody famous somewhere, general, whoever, Viking, I don't know. Put it in the comments where I'm wrong and where the quotes really came from. The quote is, if you want to make sure that your army doesn't lose the battle when they invade a country, make sure that there's no retreat. So when you land those ships on the shore, burn the ships. There's no going back. The only way is forward and through. Sometimes you can't see the clearing on the other side of the forest. All you can see is trees. And that's because you have to work your way through those trees before you come to that clearing. Sometimes the future is not clearly visible. Sometimes you just have to trust, have a little bit of faith in yourself and what you can do, and do it. There's only one go around. And I think at this point, we would rather fail at being happy and trying YouTube, being Happy Hendrix, then go out and find another job where I'm in an office or a boardroom, someplace that never really fit me. I never fit into that, really. If you've met me, it's like a wild lion being put in a zoo. You could see I just would pace. I remembered where I came from, and it wasn't meant for me. So I guess to circle back to what this whole video is huge sudden changes to YouTube. Full-time content creator now. So all those videos I've been saying, I got to go through the footage, I got to get them done. We just don't have time. Well, I got the time now, so I'm going to be doing those for you. So I'm going to get those Trail Hero videos out. I'm going to get those recovery videos out that we've been waiting for. They're long due, and this also means I'm going to get on that RC course and get it completed, and we're going to get that given away. We're going to get one of these Jeeps up and going, and we're going to get out there and start using it and figuring out where the weak spots are so we can take care of those in the other Jeep, because we've got two identical 1998 Jeep Grand Cherokee 5.9 Limiteds, black on black. So we are going to be building those. We also have Satan, which we intend to make into a wrecker, but after looking over Satan, there is some pretty serious cancer on it, and it might be easier to get a vehicle that needs a transplant of a transmission or motor that is in better shape. So we might just turn Satan into an organ donor and pass that on to a better chassis or cab or frame or whatever it may be. And yeah, so winter's here. We got our first snow today. So winter camping, winter ATVing, winter snow machining, going out and getting lost, getting stuck, going out and helping people, taking care of stuff around the place, taking care of stuff in the garage, finishing up all these loose ends. We got a whole bunch of stuff we've never even showed you that's part of our lives. I'm kind of a car driving sim nerd. I have a pretty sweet setup I've shared a little bit of, but I'll go into details on the full build on that. We've got some cool stuff we can do on that. Big time firearms guy. Got quite a few firearms. I do my own reloading, things like that. So we'll do some firearm stuff. I didn't share a lot of things because of my relationship with my employer and my status and role within the company. But now that the gloves are off and we can have fun. So stick with me. I'm going to give you more, and I'm going to give it to you better, and I'm going to give it to you more frequent. But I need your support. So watch the videos, subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff helps. Please, this is my new job, and you are my employers. Thanks.